Hello, I'm Jens, and I would like to show you our very easy to set up in-ear monitor rack. It's inside a Gator roller case with 6 units, and we are based in New York City, so the best equipment is one that you can bring on a taxi or the subway. The total weight is about 69.5 pounds or 31.5 kilogram, so it would be just under the weight limit for many airlines, but I would not check this case in. So let's open it up. In the backlit, we have a custom-made foam insert that includes the in-ear receivers. We have 4 members in the band, but we have 5 to have a spare or for a guest musician. It also includes my in-ears. I'm using the 3D with custom sleeves. They have built-in microphones that can mix in the ambient sound. So on stage, I can still hear the audience or my guitar cabinet if I'm using one on stage. We also have some spare batteries and an extra set of KZ headphones with some earbud tips. In the case, we have on the top a firm and power conditioner. Below the wireless transmitters, we are using the Sennheiser G4 in-ear monitor system. They have 1680 selectable frequencies, and even in New York City, we never had problems or dropouts. We have 4 units plus 1 Sennheiser AC41 antenna combiner. 4 transmitters is the maximum amount for the combiner, and with it we just need 1 antenna for all, and it also powers all the transmitters. We are using the in-ears in stereo. It is possible to split up every transmitter into 2 mono units. We can have 8 separate mono channels. So if you're using them in mono and need up to 8 different monitor channels, you can still use a cheaper AC41 antenna combiner and don't have to get the 5 times more expensive AC3200, for example. You also would just need half of the transmitter, so with 5 or 6 members, that would be 3. We are using the half-wave dipole antenna and never had problems with it, but could also just change it to omnidirectional or directional antenna for larger stages. On the bottom, we have our microphone splitter, where we have the RT8 channel splitter. We have in the back a -M18 mixer with 16 microphones input, so we are using 2 of them. We have all the microphones inputs in the front, and in the back the direct output goes into our Midas M18 and the isolated output into the stage box if you're using the system just as a monitor rack. We are not using the 3-way splitters because both outputs on the back are isolated, so we would have to use a second output on the front into the stage box to get phantom power from front of house. We have some microphones that need phantom power, and we are also using the rack for our own PA, so we would have to add phantom power to those channels with an extra power supply. Now we just use the phantom power from our M18 on the channels where we need them and don't have to worry about it. All transmitters are connected with a network switch, so setting up the system is very easy and fast. On the transmitter, we choose the easy setup, and the system asks if we should mute the RF for all connected devices. This is important because the frequencies that are set up on the transmitters would otherwise be blocked for the search for free frequencies. Since they are all connected, all transmitters are now automatically muted. On the receiver, we do now the scan for free frequencies. We go into the easy setup menu and do a new scan. It takes about 1 minute, and to save time if you're playing with other bands, for example, and maybe just have 20 minutes to set up, you can take one receiver out before and do the scan while the band before you is still playing. You will see the 3 channels per bank. You select the bank and sync the results with the transmitter. All the other transmitter will automatically go to the next free frequency, and you can accept them and don't have to do a new scan for every single receiver. You just have to sync them. We are coming now to the back of the rack, where we have the Midas M18 facing inside, so all inputs are connected with a short XLR cable to the direct output of the RT splitter. All cables are labeled, and also the numbers of the channels on the back side in the microphone splitter. So in case we would have to change anything very fast, we don't have to figure out where the cables are going to. We also have a small LED light inside. Connected to the M18 is a simple wireless router, since the build-in is not very reliable. We are using mixing station, where every member of the band can do his own monitor mix. Up here is a network switch that connects all 4 transmitters. Since the antenna combiner is powering up all the transmitters, we just need 4 outlets on the firmware. With the M18 facing inside, we installed a rack panel that gives us the main outputs of the mixer, the headphone output, both line inputs and the USB port. We are using the rack also for rehearsals where we have an electronic drum set that we connect to the line ins. We also have simple wireless microphones that we can connect to the line in facing the audience when we are playing live. The MR18 just have 6 out aux ports, so we would just have enough for 3 stereo mixes. If we use the rack just for our monitor, we can use the main out as an extra mix. Otherwise, we also use the system as our PA, and the options are to just share one mix with another band member, or use a headphone output where you can use a main mix without being able to adjust it, or use 2 of the 4 effect channels. The last part is a snake that connects the rack with the stage box or the front of house. The end is labeled not only with a number, but more important, the source. The 8 channels we have for drums also have a different color with an extra marker on the kick and the snare channel to find them faster for smaller gigs where you don't put microphones on the whole drum set. With one person setting up the transmitter and 1 or 2 for the in and output, the whole system can be set up in about 5 minutes. And that was our compact in-ear rack, and thank you for watching.